Hi and welcome back to my channel. It's Empties time. Some of these have literally gone to the very last drop. Some I'm going to include because I'm down to the last few weeks of use, but people have been asking about them. So let's start. They're a real mishmash. There's body here, there's deodorant here, there's a lipstick here, there's a shampoo here. So I'm going to start with, in fact it's the conditioner, but I've used the shampoo as well. I'm still really loving the Josh Wood Shade Refreshing Conditioner for fine blonde hair. This is the conditioner, there's a shampoo to match. They both smell like Tom Ford Neroli Portofino and they're just good, reasonably priced. Somebody said to me the other day that my hair was looking super shiny, and there's a whole host of reasons for that, but I do think a nice, clean, gently clarifying scalp shampoo that doesn't dehydrate your ends. And this conditioner, I'm not kidding you, I think I was quite rude about it and I said it needed quite a few pumps and I realised I was overusing it. I mean, 3 pumps of this, mid-length and ends, seconds later, no tangles at all. It's good stuff. Can we talk about the body lotion that I've just finished, which is the Exuviance Retexturing Treatment. It's glycolic acid and polyhydroxy acids. Polyhydroxy acids, the new acids on the block. The reason I like an acid-based body lotion is because I genuinely don't like body lotions, and I tend to only, don't be shocked, use them on my legs and arms, and it's my legs in particular because, you know, you shave your legs and they get covered in opaque tights at this time of year, and I've got trousers on today. Or if you wear that little crop jean, which I quite often wear with an ankle bit, and then you look down and your legs are just a little bit dry. I would never dream of moisturising my back or my stomach or anything like that, but my legs without a doubt. So I've got 2 here that I've used to the last drop. You know, Ameliorate, it's lactic acid, it's absolutely brilliant. It even tingles when it goes on. This is completely empty. And you know what, there's a cream that I did in my giveaway. So I might actually start using the cream now in winter because it's just slightly more hydrating. But you sleep in that, wake up with smoother skin. By the same token, glycolic and polyhydroxy acids. I'm not a slathery, slick, love the feeling of body lotions or oils person. I've got the same attitude to my body as I have to my face. Get the active ingredients on, sleep in them overnight and hope for the best. I don't like acids during the day. Somebody asked me that about the other day. I don't like acid toners, they're just not for me. I like to sleep in my acids twice a week and then in the morning have a shower. The dead skin cells come away, legs, face, chest, wherever, hands, upper arms, anywhere that is basically being exfoliated, and you've got smoother skin that you can then hydrate the next day. So Exuviance Retexturizing Treatment and Ameliorate, 2 body lotions I've used to the last drop. You'll not be surprised to hear I've just finished this. This is the Paula's Choice 1% Clinical Retinol. It's the one that I tend to recommend the first time you're going to use an actual percentage retinol. And somebody, I think one of my followers, has had a slight reaction to it and had to come down to 1 or 2 or 3 times a week, like slowly building up. I use this all over, including my eyelids. I've never had a bad reaction to it. And you know what? I used to think my skin was fairly hardcore, but I've got followers whose skin is much more hardcore than mine is, and I've just never had a problem with it. There's that dog down the road chasing my cats. Sometimes she lets him off the leash as well, deliberately, to chase my cats. Don't do that to Yogi Boo Boo. So sorry. So that's my 1% Clinical Retinol. I just really like it. It's a medium priced, well formulated, airtight retinol. And also I've just finished this. This is Hydro Peptide Facelift. It's a really lovely peptide rich serum. It's a concoction of peptides. You know that you really shouldn't just use 1 peptide, you need 2 or 3. You need matrixyl and copper peptides and pentapeptides and all that. You know how peptides work. It's this is a really lightweight serum. I was going to pump it out, but there's none left, obviously. You know all of these are super lightweight serums. I like to layer on serums. Peptides work because they land on your skin recognises them as parts of damaged skin cells, therefore it boosts the production of collagen and elastin. Another one I've used to the last drop is the Epion's Intense Defense Serum, another really nice, lightweight, but quite expensive antioxidant serum. It's a mix of 23 antioxidants, including vitamin C. And it's not a night strength vitamin C, it's just a really lovely, what I would call broad spectrum. That's misusing the term because it's obviously not a UVA, UVB infrared filter at all. It's purely an antioxidant. It's loaded with them. Again, it's quite an expensive range, but I do like it. I'm going to New York next week. There you go. That's one of the things that will be on my list. I love the Secret Clinical Strength antiperspirant, and this is what happens. This actually hasn't run out. What happens is you pull the top off, and it's not going to happen now, is it? I used that this morning, and the remains came out. I've squidged it back on. Anyway, it goes from here to here, and this is completely empty. You know what? I'm sure you do the same. If you're from the States or you're from Australia and you come to the UK, you land in Superdrug boots and go wild. Get me into a Walgreens or a CVS. I've died and gone to heaven, and this is one of the things I always pick up. We cannot get it in the UK. It's the Secret Clinical Strength Invisible Solid, and this has actually got a scent in it. I prefer the unscented one. Hold on, I've still got these. One of my followers' husbands is an optometrist. He told me off. I don't need these. I just need to get this tightened. Nothing like being told off. See, I'll quite happily be told off by an optometrist. You know me. I put my faith in science. So if an optometrist who's much smarter than me tells me off and tells me I just need to get my glasses fixed and tightened, I believe him. It's the... oh no, that is the sensitive unscented. I think I've got like an air fresh one as well. It's hardcore. I first liked this when I was doing a lot of Temple Pilates, which I need to get back to. And I could do a whole Temple Pilates class, come back, sit in my workout gear all day and not have a bead of sweat or smell or BO. It's aluminium based. The only problem is it does mark your clothes. It says invisible solid. It doesn't. Anybody that knows me knows I always wear black. I went to the Trini pop-up today, hence the fact I've got yellow on, just because I love my trindles, as Caroline would call her. And I really like tight fitted, stretchy tops. So I have to put the top on and then put that on. But I like unscented products. If I'm going to wear a gorgeous fragrance, I do not want anything clashing with it. So hence the fact I use an unscented antiperspirant, not a scented deodorant. Now, I'm going to ask a question to MAC lovers out here. Are you watching me, Pixie Woo? I haven't used this to the last drop, but I have messed it up massively. This is a limited edition Jade Jagger MAC lipstick called Sunset Pearl. And I did this to it. Look at the state of that. Can you see that? Basically, I pushed it up too far, pushed it against my lip on a really hot day, and I broke it, and I messed it up, and I'm still using it. However, somebody who is out there who is a MACaholic, will you do me a favour and colour match it to whatever the standard MAC delivery, this is it on today. It's just brilliant. I just can't walk around looking like that. I mean, I will do. I'll use it to the last drop. Because I presume that what she did was she did her edit. So it's somewhere from the archives. MACaholics, tell me what Jade Jagger MAC Sunset Pearl is, and I need to buy it. It's brilliant. Oh, by the way, I'm using that new MAC, I'll put the details in below, a little dropper concealer. And I really like it. It goes on under my eyes really easily, doesn't really go crepey. Anyway, final semi-empty, and it's not empty, it's just down to here. And the reason I'm mentioning it is because so many people are saying to me, all those budget serums are great, but they leave my skin tight or sticky or they pill. And I always go, use a milky serum on top. And they go, what's a milky serum? That's a milky serum. It's indeed hydration booster. It's pretty much kept me going all summer. And that's what I mean by a milky serum. I can't believe I have to explain what a milky serum is. There you go. That's a milky serum. It looks milky. What it means is it's not purely hyaluronic acid, because hyaluronic acid is clear. What it means is hyaluronic acid with a low level, so hyaluronic acid is humectant, it's got a low level sort of ceramide stroke glycerin stroke moisturizer stroke emollient level to it. So it's not just attracting water, it's keeping it in. And that is just reasonably priced. I will buy it again and again and again. But that over the top of any sticky, high molecular or even low molecular hyaluronic acid that tightens as it dries, and you don't like that feeling, put that on, put your foundation on top, you're good to go. Not technically an empty, but pretty much an empty. They're my empties. From budget right the way to the top. From Boots right the way to online, to in clinical skincare, to online, to MAC. Help. Terry Barber. Terry Barber, by the way, who did my makeup back in the summer, introduced me to this concealer, and I need to come back, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some more filming with Jo Jones, the beauty hag, and it's very interesting because obviously I'm 15 years older than her, so I'm going to do a video, I think we might film it tomorrow, where I'll talk about my concealers for lined, crepey skin under eyes, and she can talk about her concealers for spots, because they're very different and they should be very different, and I think it's really important to choose the right formulation. She does an amazing job of covering her skin. I'd like to think I do a pretty good job of covering my baggy old eyes. So between the two of us, we've got quite a lot of experience, but very different skins. Anyway, thank you for watching, thank you for subscribing. They're my empties. If I use them to the very last drop, trust me, they work. By the way, Sunday, Drunk Elephant founder Tiffany Masterson here on this channel with a code for Cult Beauty, which I'm currently hardcore negotiating because I want as much money off as possible for you guys, and I think it actually might be across the entire Cult Beauty site, which is really good. I'm not being paid. I want you to get the benefit of following me. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you soon.